Hello everybody, my name is Eli, and I'm 14 years old.
Hi everyone, I'm Jaden, and I'm 18.
Hi everyone, I'm Caden, and I'm 18.
Hi everybody, I'm Jason, and I'm pretty old. I'm way too old to be hanging with these guys because they are pretty spunky, and we are the YHWH and the Torah channel, and we thank you guys very much for spending your precious time listening to the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator, and we are on, what are we on, 31 through 40. And we've actually taken this guy's list because we found a whole bunch of that he had. You know, this guy was from a university or something, and I don't know. I had higher expectations from university people, but it seems like he has a whole bunch of these that are all jacked up. Before we get going, gentlemen, how was your day?
It was good.
Good.
Everything going all right?
Yep.
Big busy day.
Yeah.
Is everyone cool?
Yeah.
All right. So we have a lot of younger Torah keepers out there. We have a lot of parents that actually have young Torah keepers, and they've been talking to us. And it is good to know that there's youth out there. There's a lot of people that are not your age but are younger than you, and that they are into the Torah. And it's impressive to know that there are parents out there that have sheltered their kids and that they have trained them up. And it's just refreshing to know there's other people out there. So for all you kids out there, for all you teenagers and kids who are walking in the Torah, you know, we'll definitely pray for you guys, bless you guys, and continue on praying for you guys, that you guys continue on doing what you do. Okay, with that, we are going to get into our list, which we have already started on, and we will begin right now. So 31 is this: not to make gods of silver or gold. And didn't we just go over this? This is the command, is it?
No, we edited it.
Oh, okay, it's Exodus 20.
But there's other ones above from yesterday's lesson that would talk about making idols and images, and we went over that yesterday.
Right, and so we've gone through and we've actually changed these ones that we had. Which ones did we change, guys?
We changed 10.
10. Okay, so not to test Yahuwah, which the guy had that wrong. What else did we change? There were a couple others, and we
just changed 31.
31, he had it wrong.
He had the wrong verse.
Okay, yes.
More that will need edited as well.
And again, this list is not exact. I believe this is out of Judaism. I believe that it's what they say is in the Torah, but I believe there's quite a bit more. Okay, and if you guys can hear the wind blowing in the background, it's extremely windy here, and so people always say we either have like crickets going or like high.
Yeah, if there's anything that sounds like it's screaming in the background at the top of its lungs, there's probably some bug here.
Yeah, it's middle of the jungle, and so it is wild out there. Okay, so we are going to start on 31, and 31 is not to make gods of silver or gold. Who has it?
I do. Exodus 20:23 says, "You do not make besides me mighty ones of silver, and you do not make mighty ones of gold for yourselves."
Okay, so I mean that's pretty self-explanatory, right?
Don't make idols out of gold or silver.
Yeah, so we shouldn't have anything like that. I guess that goes to question that I'll throw you guys off on that. Is a coin an idol?
If you worship it, if you lust after it, if that's all you're after, I would say yes. If that is what all you care about, and all you want is that silver or gold coin, then I would say yes, that becomes your idol.
Yeah, but what about having inscriptions like Caesar on there and various? There's.
Yeshua said, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar." So, and back in the day, they did have those running around in Jerusalem.
That is true. Okay, good points. Verse 32 in the 613 laws of Yahuwah. 32, not to turn a people to idolatry. Okay, so Exodus 23:13, who has that?
All right, okay.
That's Jaden.
And all that I've said, you take heed, and make no mention of the name of other mighty ones. Let it not be heard from your mouth.
All right, so what exactly does that mean?
Okay, mighty ones are like foreign gods, right? They're like out of Babylon, Egypt, anywhere you can get a foreign god from, right? A mighty one. They call it mighty ones. They call them lowercase Elohim or mighty ones. Like we have Baal, Nimrod. We have things like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he doesn't want them near you. He doesn't want you to mention them because he wants it far away from your mind. He wants you on his mind, and not some other foreign god that you're worshiping.
He wants you on his mind.
Attention.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and so 33. That's the number of the Freemasons right there. To destroy a city that has turned to idol worship. Deuteronomy 13:17. And it looks like 33 and 34 are the same thing. So let's go ahead and discuss those.
All right, Deuteronomy 13:17 says, "And none of that which is put under the ban is to cling to your hand, so that Yahuwah turns from the fierceness of his displeasure, and shall show you the compassion, love you and increase you as he swore to your fathers."
Okay, so that doesn't exactly say to destroy a city that's turned to idol worship. Are you that 13:17?
That's 13:17.
Okay, so let's figure out what happened here. So
He was saying, don't cling to. He said, don't take anything from that land.
okay, so to destroy. Okay, so don't take anything from that land. So that doesn't exactly say that in 13:17. It doesn't say to rebuild the city.
So I believe it was starting in verse 11 here. It's talking about. It talks a lot about this, like people and like destroying other people. I'm looking at this right now. Yeah, it says don't be led astray by other inhabitants. Don't let them. Don't take their stuff from them. Don't touch their stuff.
So that brings up a good point, because a lot of people will say that our Creator is maniacal, like he is a blood-lusting, bloodthirsty, crazy guy, because he said to go through all these different places and wipe them out completely, man, women, and children. Can anyone explain this to me?
So this starts before the time of the Israelites ever started. It starts actually back in Noah's days, when the fallen created other children, and through the line of Ham, when he, as his curse, part of his curse was that his wife was, or something of that sort, was of the fallen, and they had the fallen DNA. So these people they were going around slaughtering all had that DNA, and he did not want them intermingling with the fallen of the corrupted DNA. He did not want this people. He wants people pure, because when you corrupt your DNA, you are no longer of Yahuwah. So when they had these kids, they would be recreating crazy things that were not of Yah.
Right, the DNA was screwed, much like the snake bite of today. So who are some of the lineages of Ham? Who did he have?
He had Egypt. He had
Cush. There's a few. I think
Pezerites.
Pezerites, the Canaanites.
Yeah, the Canaanites.
The Canaanites
they're
are for
huge.
sure.
I believe the Jebusites and
The Pelishites as well.
I believe those are.
And all of those lineages had giants in them, and that's where Goliath came from, and that's where a lot of that stuff came from. And so when he said to go wipe them out, instead of him being a bloodthirsty, crazed entity, what he was trying to do is he was trying to save our lives. He was trying to wipe that DNA out, because these giants, they became giant things, and then they owned men back in the days. And so he was trying to save that. All right, 35. Not to retain any benefit from that city. 13:18. Jade, you were reading.
13:18 said, "When you obey the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim, to guard all his commands, which I command you today, to do what is right in the eyes of Yahuwah your Elohim."
That has nothing to do with this verse.
Yeah, this guy's list is terrible. Okay, so we'll fix that one. Does anyone say that? Do not. Somewhere in there it talks about the city,
I
right?
believe it says, "Gather his plunder in the middle of the street." Yeah, okay, right here in verse 16 it says, "And gather all his plunder into the middle of the street, and completely burn it with fire, the city and all his plunder before Yahuwah your Elohim.
Okay,
and
so-
it shall be a heap forever, never to be built again."
Okay.
So that would be the 13:17 as well, not
13.
building the city.
Okay, so do not write. So Eli, change that up, will you? Okay, so we will change that. So that's Deuteronomy 13:17. Okay, and guys, we do this live so that we can discuss this and go over this with you guys as well. And so this is a surprise to us, it's a surprise to you, and this is what it means to study the scriptures and to know them, to hold them accountable to stuff. All right, Eli, did you find that?
Yeah, I'm rereading it, trying to go through so I can make it the right thing.
Okay.
13, it looks like it's 13:16.
13:16. Okay, so let's head into the next one, 36. Not to missionize a person to idol worship. Deuteronomy 13:12.
So Deuteronomy 13:12 says, "When you hear someone in one of your cities, which Yahuwah your Elohim gives you to dwell in, saying," and this goes on to verse 13, it goes, "Some men, sons of Belial, have gone out of your midst and led the inhabitants of their city astray, saying, Let us go and serve other mighty ones, which you have not known." And that's where it goes into, you destroy that city and you burn everything there.
Okay, and so it's not to missionize a person to idol worship. I'm not sure that's exactly what that says. Jay, do you have another piece of that?
I don't see it like that. Missionize means to like try to get someone into that, right?
Yeah, so if we are, the reason that he was destroying everybody, and the reason he says not to intermingle with
Okay,
any of
I
the
found
other tribes around there, is so they didn't get corrupted in their outside stuff. Jade, what'd you find?
All right, so in 13 verse 6, it starts. They should have 13:6 through 9 or whatever. It says, "When your brother, the son of your mother, or your son, or your daughter, or the wife of your bosom, of your friend who is as your own being, entices you secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other mighty ones which you have not known, neither you nor your fathers, of the mighty ones of the people which are all around, near to you or far off from you, from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Do not agree with him or listen to him, nor shall your eye pardon him, nor spare him, or conceal him.
but you shall certainly kill him. Your hand is first against him, to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people. So that was verse 6 or 9.
Okay, 6 or 9. Eli, can you update that? That's 36, right? 13, 6 or 9. Yep. Okay, so here, not to love the missionary. I'm not sure what that actually is or what he means on this.
9. It's more like do not
kill like the
do not love
idolater.
Yeah, do not love the pagan. Like
the pagan idolater or something like that.
It's not missionary. It's like actually Eli can fix that. So not to love the it is
the one who goes astray.
I would say all these right here, this one through these ones, all the same through 41. It says don't stop hating him. Don't speak to his defense. Like pretty much same thing. It means stone the guy.
Okay, right. Not to stop hating them, not to save them, not to speak in his defense. Okay. So here's what we are looking at for all of these commandments here, and what they say are the commandments. And again, this isn't a great list, but what it is saying is when you go into these towns, right, you're supposed to annihilate them all. You need to hate the evil, and you need to get it from your midst, and that was the point of all of this stuff. So Eli will update all of this stuff, and you can definitely hear the wind whipping through our house, and we are blessed with a lot of wind.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, for better or for worse. Okay, gentlemen. So that is it, guys. Basically, that is all of down to 40. And we're going to run through all 613 of these and get this list cleaned up, and then we'll post a final list of this particular list. And then I believe that we are going to be starting, and we're going to be reading the Sefer as a family once a day, one chapter a day, and then we're going to discuss that chapter we read, and then we're going to pull out the commandments that are in that chapter. I thought that'd be fun. This is all new info to the boys, so I've been thinking about this. Okay, gentlemen, what good advice do you have to anybody out there?
Read your Bible. It's great if you're following along. Read it yourself. Start in the beginning of it and start learning the laws yourself.
Yeah, the law, statutes, and commands. All right, can you give me other than a couple that are here? These are pretty.
Like at this point in life, like where we're at, it's very frowned upon to go kill someone like that. So
yeah, and well, this is also for the land of Yisrael.
Right, the people, a whole people of Israel, where there's only like one family of Yisrael left, you wouldn't be able to go do that.
Right. Yep. And so salvation begins at the stake. We've talked about this before. It begins with the blood of Yahushua, and the kingdom is for those who are willing to keep the law, statutes, and commands of our Creator. That is it. Okay,
and for those who don't know what the steak is, that is the cross. He actually died. It's not a steak you barbecue. It's a steak. It's just a straight up stick he died on because he died on a cross.
It was a tree. The Bible says it was a tree, and so I don't believe that they were using crosses back in the day, and so that was something they threw in there later. And again, that's idolatry as well. If we have like crosses around our necks, or we have crosses in the temple of worship, things of that nature. Okay, guys, that is it. Much love to everybody out there. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
All right, shalom.
Goodbye.